Hi, my name is Christy Bowie, and today I will be discussing about finding the amplitude and period of sinusoidal functions from equations. And before I get started, there's background noise right now in my house, and my family's really loud, so excuse that. So first off, you need to understand what an amplitude is. And according to this definition, the amplitude of a periodic graph is half the distance along the y-axis between the maximum and minimum values of functions. As shown here, these red bars represent the amplitude of this function, showing how far the function rises above or below the midline. With this formula, it will help us identify the amplitude and period of this function. We see that A represents the amplitude and B represents the period. If we were to find the amplitude, we need to use the formula given of the absolute value of A. And in this case, using the formula of absolute value of A, we'd be given the amplitude of 1, as shown here. Before finding the period, we need to understand what it means. So essentially what the period is it's the length along the x-axis of one complete cycle of the graph. In simple terms, it's the length from one peak to the next peak of the periodic function. Or right here. One peak right here and another. That's one period. And to find that, we need to look at this formula right here, which is the formula of 2 pi divided by the absolute value of b. So looking at this function, the b represents 1, making the function have a period of 2 pi. Here, the peak right here and another peak, that's 1 period. So if b were to represent 1, the period would be 2 pi. And this question is asking us to determine the amplitude and period of y equals 4 cosine of 2x. And so we need to remember from the previous slide the formula that will help us identify the amplitude and period. So A represents amplitude and B represents period. And applying that function given, we know that A equals to 4 and B equals to 2. And these are the numbers that we use to find the amplitude and period. So looking here, if we apply these formulas, we will be able to find the absolute value of 4, giving us the amplitude of 4. And using the period formula, b represents 2. So when 2 pi is divided by absolute value of 2, it would give us the value of pi. So the period would be pi. Here this graph shows us this is the amplitude of 4, and this is the period of pi, showing the 2 peaks. Thank you.